at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Reddick to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 29, Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, Borden, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown! A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, this is Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Reddick. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these...
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. First down, Borden. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 27, Reddick. He finds his man complete. It's Thompson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He finds his man complete. It's Thompson. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now Wilson. Quick slant to Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the pressure coming, and they got him once again. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Flush to his right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Najee Harris, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Borden, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Borden, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Borden, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 3rd down, Borden. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 117 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 10. 43 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Throwing now is Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Have the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Wilson's throw taken in by Samuel. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. A big offensive explosion helped lead